financial year 21 is rupees 150 crore as compared to 90 crore in quarter of the last year. The financial performance for financial year 21 is not comparable to financial year 20 due to arbitration award realized for Hapur-Moradabad project during second quarter of financial year 20 as mentioned earlier. Consolidated revenue of financial year 21 is rupees 5,788 crore, whereas consolidated EBITDA is rupees 1,418 crore. The EBITDA margin for 21 is 24.5%. Consolidated PAT for 21 is rupees 493 crore, which works out to 8.5%. As on 31st March 21, our net working cycle is 51 days as compared to 57 days as on 31st March 20. On a standalone basis, our net worth is 2,908 crore as on 31st March 21, whereas entire standalone debt of rupees 399 crore is equipment finance debt. As on 31st March, we do not have any working capital loan. The total cash and bank balance as on 31st March 21 is rupees 788 crore. We have a net cash of rupees 389 crore. Net debt to equity is 0.14 times. During financial year 21, we have incurred capex of rupees 119 crore. The gross block as on 31st March 21 is rupees 1,267 crore. On consolidated basis, our net worth is rupees 3,053 crore and total debt is rupees 4,188 crore as on 31st March 21. The total cash and bank balance including current investment is rupees 1,402 crore. Net debt to equity is 1.37 times. With this, we now open the floor for question answer.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management is able to address questions from all participants in the conference, please limit your questions to 2 per participant. Should you have a follow-up question, we would request you to rejoin the question queue. The first question is from the line of Mohit Kumar from DAM Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, sir, and congratulations on the good set of numbers. So my first question is, what is your expectation for FY22 revenues and margin? Do we expect any moderation in margin given the sharp rise in cement and steel prices?
As regards the revenue growth, we are expecting 20% growth in FY20 as compared to FY21. But in this growth, we are not considering the impact of COVID-19 or third wave of COVID-19. But we are sure that FY22 top line will be better than FY21. Hello?
On the margin, sir? Margin given the sharp rise in input prices?
Margin, as regards margin, EBITDA margin, we are expecting 13.5 to 14%.
Do you expect any impact
because there is no much impact of steel and cement because we are having an inflation clause in the EPC as well as in the HAM projects.
Okay, understood, sir. Secondly, sir, I think we were in talks to monetize our HAM portfolio, a part of HAM portfolio. Do you expect we can close some of the deal in this particular fiscal year?
We are expecting, sir, because we are discussing with 2 interested investors, and we are expecting that in the FY22 deal should be finalized. Some of the HAM and BOT projects.
And last question, sir, are we expecting this the appointed date for UPJJM in next few months?
Pardon?
When are we expecting the appointed date for Uttar Pradesh Jal Jeevan Mission?
We have already received.
Actually, out of 3 projects, 1 project appointed we have already received, and 2 projects DPR is under process. As soon as DPR will be finalized, which we are expecting in 2 or 3 months, then we will get the appointed date.
Understood, sir. Thank you, sir, and best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parikshit Kandpal from HDFC Securities. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Congratulations on excellent all-round performance during this year, and also on working capital management. So my first question was, now since we have 4 projects which are already achieved the PCOD, so are we looking at refinancing these projects at lower rates?
As regards the refinancing, actually, our rate of interest of the PCOD after complete receiving of first annuity, almost on the 1-year MCLR. For example, Raebareli Jaunpur, it is going on 1-year MCLR, and Aligarh Kanpur, we are having in the sanction it mentioned that as soon as we will receive the PCOD, 0.25% rate will reduce. But certainly we will see, in case if bank will not agree, then we can go for the refinancing.
But what kind of rates are we looking at? Will it be in the range of about 7 to 7.5% or more towards like 8%?
MCLR presently it is around in the range of 7.25 to 7.35%. And the Raebareli Jaunpur Rajasthan Highway, presently our ROI is 7.25%.
Okay, great. Yeah.
We are expecting that all the lead bankers will reduce our ROI to the extent of 1-year MCLR.
Okay.
So it will be in the range of 7.25 to 7.5%, depending on the bank's MCLR.
Okay. My second question was, sir, on the overall, if you see the SPV debtors. So out of the total receivable as of now, how much will be the SPV debtors?
Out of the 39 crore, SPV debtors are 559 crore. It has reduced actually. Last year, March 20, it was 77%. Now it is 66%, sir.
And what is the pending mobilization advance from NHAI on the balance sheet?
Advance from HAM project. As on 31st March, 255 crore advance. 255 crore rupees advance, sir, in March 21.
This is only for HAM or is it total? I was asking total NHAI advances, total mobilization advance from NHAI, including the...
Almost on HAM, because we are not taking the advance on EPC project where rate of interest are 8% to 10%. We are taking the advance only of the HAM project where rates are 4.25%.
Okay. Just lastly on the deal, sir, so you said you already started talking to the prospective investors. So who will be doing the O&M here, and what kind of discounting rate the markets are currently looking at? So is it early teens kind of discount rate? So do you see the scenario that where at least you'll try to get some premium to the book value of the invested equity? So if you can just touch upon some of these factors.
Actually, valuation portion we are under process, final stage पर है हमारे 2-3 investor के साथ में, and we are expecting that within a month or 2 we will almost finalize the valuation. Thereafter they will start due diligence, financial, technical, and legally.
Thank you, Mr. Kandpal. May we request that you return to the question queue for follow-up questions. The next question is from the line of Ashish Shah from Centrum Broking. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Sir, water projects में just wanted to clarify which is the one project where we have got the appointed date and where it is pending, just to get the name of the projects.
We have received one for construction of Hariyalpur group of villages water supply scheme, that is surface water, and electric solar based piped groundwater supply scheme, 125 numbers in villages of blocks near to district Mirpur. We have received. That is costing about 242 crore rupees.
Okay. And this we received in Q4,
Yeah.
appointed. Okay. Right. And the other, we are saying that those 3 months, in 2 to 3 months, we should be getting the start dates for the other projects, especially the big one of 2475.
Devi Patan division, Bareilly division, Muradabad division, Aligarh division, we are expecting within 1 and 2 months.
Okay. Right. Sir, this AP order in our order book has been classified as a part of the main order book where appointed date has been received. But is there a progress on the ground? Because there is some issue between AP and Telangana on some of these water and canal and irrigation projects. So, what is the status on ground of the canal project?
The canal project is already started,
Okay.
and the work is going on.
We have already received the appointed date in canal project.
Yeah.
It is our contract in hand. The remaining on 31st March was two HEM water project and Baroda 2 project, which we have received in month of April and May, Baroda. So as on date, only 2 HEM water project appointed is pending.
Got it. So just last question. On the consolidated basis, we are holding a very high amount of cash, around 1,400 crores. So, how much of the SPV cash is available for use for us, and how much is locked in as DSCR or something like that?
And as against the total cash in bank in console is 1,400, out of that 800 around is standalone. So remaining is 600 crore cash and bank balance. That is mainly because of the DSRA and margins we have given.
So it is not available. Basically, the 600 of all the SPVs put together is not available for use for the parent company, correct? It is locked. It is locked with the banks for some commitments or margin.
Right.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bharani Vijay Kumar from Spark Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. So, in the order book mentioned of 11,648 crores, what are the irrigation and water supply projects present in that order book, and what are the names of it?
In 11,600, 275 crore water project is there, and 1,000 crore is a canal project,
The irrigation one, correct?
irrigation.
Okay. So, so what is the progress there? So, in both is just started, or because 1,000 crore is still the same number as the original project cost of the irrigation project?
That is just started.
We have received first payment for Haryalipur water project.
Got it. And in the L1 orders, you are mentioning Delhi, Vadodara, and the water supply projects of 2,475 crore plus another 950 crores. Of all these the projects, when do we expect starting of the execution?
The 2 water projects we are expecting appointed in 2 or 3 months because DPR is under preparation. And Baroda 2 project we have already received the appointed in the month of 1 April and 1 May. So as on date, only 2 water project appointed is pending.
Okay. So one bookkeeping question on the entire FY21 basis, what was our order inflow overall?
Pardon?
Not hearing you.
What was our overall order inflow for FY21 overall for the year?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Maheshwari sir, he is asking what is the total order inflow for FY21? Sir, are you able to hear me?
This is the operator. So are you able to hear us?
Yeah, so I'm able to hear.
One moment, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to reconnect the management. Request you all to please stay online.
आपण ज्या व्यक्तीशी बोलत आहात त्यांनी आपला कॉल होल्ड आपण ज्या व्यक्तीशी बोलत आहात त्यांनी आपला कॉल होल्डवर ठेवला आहे. आपण ज्या व्यक्तीशी बोलत आहात त्यांनी आपला कॉल होल्डवर ठेवला आहे. कृपया लाइन पर रहा. आप जिस व्यक्ति से बात कर रहे हैं उन्होंने आपके कॉल को होल्ड पर रखा है. कृपया लाइन पर बने रहिए. The person you are speaking with has put your call on hold. Please stay on the line. आपण ज्या व्यक्तीशी बोलत आहात त्यांनी आपला कॉल होल्डवर ठेवला आहे. कृपया लाइन पर रहा. आप जिस व्यक्ति से बात कर रहे हैं उन्होंने आपके कॉल को होल्ड पर रखा है. कृपया लाइन पर बने रहिए. The person you are speaking with has put your call on hold. Please stay on the line. आपण ज्या व्यक्तीशी बोलत आहात त्यांनी आपला कॉल होल्डवर ठेवला आहे. कृपया लाइन पर रहा. आप जिस व्यक्ति से बात कर रहे हैं उन्होंने आपके कॉल को होल्ड पर रखा है. कृपया लाइन पर बने रहिए. The person you are speaking with has put your call on hold. Please stay on the line. आपण ज्या व्यक्तीशी बोलत आहात त्यांनी आपला कॉल होल्डवर ठेवला आहे. कृपया लाइन पर रहा. आप जिस व्यक्ति से बात कर रहे हैं उन्होंने आपके कॉल को होल्ड पर रखा.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for patiently waiting. The line for the management is reconnected. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
So this is Bharani again. If I'm audible, I was just asking the order inflow number for FY21.
Order inflow in FY21 was 7,677 crores, sir.
Okay. And final question on the order book split. In your presentation, you have given other projects as 4,473. Can you give like project-wise split of that number, sir? Like how much was Chakeri Allahabad, how much was Jhansi Khajuraho, like that?
Yeah. The Aligarh Kanpur package 5 is 1651. Then Unnao Lalganj 1371. Then Jagdishpur Faizabad 1219. Then Meerut Najibabad 1115. Then Chalakeri 872. Then Chakeri Allahabad is 766. Nagpur Mumbai is 552. Then Purvanchal package 5 is 365. Purvanchal package 6 347. Nagina Kashipur 305. Jhansi Khajuraho is 199. Bhojpur Buxar 156. Chitradurga 121. Koliju Bhojpur 157. And Jhansi Khajuraho package 2 is 71 crore.
Okay, that's it from my side. Thanks. Yeah, that's it from my side. Thanks and all the best, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vibhor Singhal from Phillip Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Thanks for taking my question. My question was mainly on the order book strategy going forward. Sir, for the last few months, we have not won any HAM project, despite, of course, NHAI giving out a lot of projects in the month of April and May. Of course, our order book is very strong at 16,000 crores. So what is our strategy going forward? So are we going to bid for, let's say, more water and these Jal Jeevan Mission projects if they come in the states of UP, MP or neighboring states? Or we have submitted other bids also for the HAM projects and we should get more EPC HAM projects from NHAI?
We have already submitted 11 EPC project bids, total estimated around 4,500 crore rupees, and 3 HAM projects costing around 3,500 crore rupees. So we are expecting around 7,000 to 8,000 crore projects in coming next quarter.
Okay. So the full year, sir, how much would we be expecting total order inflow?
Around 8,000 crore rupees we are expecting in this financial year.
Actually, we have
Around
already
8,000.
got 16,000 crore in hand.
Yeah.
Or 8,000, 9,000 we are expecting FY 22. So total will be 25,000 crore. So which will be for comfortably 3 years we can execute. Yeah.
Right. And sir, we are expecting 20% growth in top line, right? That is the guidance you mentioned.
Yes, as this point of time, but we don't know about the COVID-19 impact and
Of course.
third wave of COVID-19.
Yeah, sir, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, sir. And sir, what is the total gross debt at the standalone level in March 21?
Standalone by gross debt was 399 crore. That was purely for term loan taken for purchasing of the equipment.
Okay, so
Pardon?
So the 399 crores was the debt and 788 crores is cash. So net cash we have 389 crores, right?
89 crore, yeah.
Right. Great, sir. So lastly, just wanted to check on this, sir. Apart from these NHAI HAM EPC projects and the water projects that we are looking in Jal Jeevan Mission, are we looking for any other projects? So like we took this canal project in AP. Are there any other large projects that we are looking to bid for over the, let's say, I mean, in different parts of the country, not just UP and the neighboring areas, but in other places, in other segments?
Not presently,
Okay.
but we are bidding in highway sector. Continue.
Bidding in the highway sector. And the last question, any other COD that we are expecting for HAM projects this year?
Out of 11, this month we have received PCOD of 3 projects. The total 4 project PCOD we have already received. And 1 project we are expecting in the month of October, that
JKP1.
is JKP1. And in this financial we will receive the COD of the Chakeri Allahabad also.
Okay, so we are expecting 2 PCODs this year.
Yeah.
Sure. Great, sir. Thank you so much for answering my questions and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Jiten Rushi from Axis Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Congratulations on good set of numbers. Sir, can you just give the toll numbers for the BOT project, including Ghaziabad-Aligarh?
Yes. Fourth quarter MP highway was 13.4 crore and Kanpur Ayodhya was 114 crore. Kanpur highway was 29.6. Narela was 11.8. Bareilly Almora was 13.5 and Railway Jaunpur was 32.16 and Ghaziabad-Aligarh was 59.4.
59 point?
59.4 crore.
Okay. And sir, on the
There was a growth of 20% as compared to fourth quarter of last year.
in terms of execution, sir, so what was the status in April and May? Like must be facing issues in terms of labor, and so what was the execution levels as compared to the pre-COVID levels?
There is no much impact of COVID-19 in April, May, because in some of the projects it is impacted, but in most of the projects we are working, execution is going on.
Okay, so we can safely assume not much impact in the execution in Q1.
Impact है ही है सब जगह.
Right, sir. Right, sir. And sir, in terms of the order backlog, so if you can give the order backlog for Aligarh, Kanpur, the older HAM project, not the package 5, the earlier package.
Package 2 is completed. We have received
Okay.
PCOD. Almost 98%, 99% is complete.
Yes.
Okay. And sir,
Now, JKP2, we have already received the PCOD. Similarly, Chittorgarh also we have received the PCOD. In all three projects, 98-99% work has already completed.
okay, sir. So JKP2 only you said for 71 crore work is pending, right, sir? And sir, this Lakhimpur also work is over, sir?
Lakhimpur is completed.
And sir, the Lucknow Ring Road package, sir? Achha, you mentioned in the presentation. Sorry, sir. Sorry, my bad. And sir, on the other questions, like equity investment, as you said, balance requirement. So can you give us the breakup of the equity investments to be made in next 2 to 3 years, sir?
Actually, in all the 11 HAM projects, we require around 1,460 crore equity commitment. Out of that, 600 crore we have already infused in March. So around 860 crore equity is required in next 2-3 years, which is very sufficient in our cash accruals.
So can you give us a breakup in FY22, how much you will invest 23 and 24, if possible?
FY22 around 350, FY23 319, and FY14 is 300. Actually, it may vary because depend on we take the disbursement. Actually, to maintain the debt equity, we infuse the equity at that month of time only. So this is 10 days. Yeah.
And sir, just on the so there was one article on the GST which will be applicable on the annuity payments. So so far the GST was exempt on the annuity payments. So there was the article also, and there was a circular from NHAI. So any thought on that, sir? Now how you will receive the annuity payments? Whether you will receive the full payment or you will get net of GST, and there would be some extension in concession period to compensate for the GST. Any thought on that, sir?
Sir, it's like that now these contracts which we have being classified as annuity contract are rather now it has been clarified that these are construction contracts and GST would be applicable on total value of contract during the construction period only. But in any case, GST is payable by NHAI. So as far as payment is concerned, we are covered. But when the payment is made, that is still under NHAI clarification is required. So waiting for that when this GST would be paid. In future, we would be taking care of all that cost which is extra to us. But in past contracts, we are covered by NHAI guidelines that they have to pay us.
Thank you. Mr. Rushi, may we request that you return to the question queue for follow-up questions. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rushabh Shah from UFICS Investment Advisory. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Congratulations on the numbers. I just had a question. I'm looking at the cash flow statement, and I'm noticing that the operating cash flow, the net operating cash flow, it has been through a sharp decline this year as compared to the previous year. So could you please tell me the reasons behind that?
Actually, this is mainly because of use of the working capital in this year as compared to last year.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, please?
It's mainly because of the use of the working capital in this year as compared to last year. If you see the cash flow, yeah.
Okay. And my follow-up question is another question actually. Considering the government spending in the infrastructure sector in UP and MP belt, what are your future expectations for future orders?
Future orders FY22 we are expecting around 8,000 to 9,000 crore.
8 to 9,000.
So presently we are having 16,000 crore, so total will be 25,000, which will be sufficient for 3 to 4 years, 3 years top line.
Okay. And one more last question. What is the bottom line margins that you are expecting for the FY22?
EBITDA margin we are expecting 30.5 to 14%, sir. EBITDA margin.
EBITDA margins?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for taking the questions.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Shrey Pujari from Kotak IDF. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks for taking my question, sir. Most of my questions have been answered. Just had one query, if you could help me with that. Sir, I wanted to know what would be the physical progress for your HAM projects. So as you mentioned, for the 3 projects have received PCOD. Apart from that, if you could help with the physical progress as on March for the other projects as well.
Actually, remaining 3 projects are Aligarh Kanpur, Jhansi Kharsaw Package 1 and Chakeri Allahabad. Because third one, Chalakeri, we have recently started because we have not received the appointed date earlier. So as our MD has confirmed that JKP 1, Jhansi Kharsaw project, we are expecting to complete by October. and Chakeri, we will expecting to complete by end of this financial year.
Okay. Understood. So the other projects are basically Jagdishpur, Faizabad, Aligarh, Kanpur. These have received the appointed recently only, right?
Yeah. But work has started in all these projects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, sir. That was my only question. Thanks.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parvez Akhtar Qazi from Edelweiss Securities. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon. Congratulations for a good set of numbers. Two questions from my side. First is, what are our thoughts on the competitive intensity for the various segments where we are bidding going ahead? And second, what is our expectation on the capex and tax rate going ahead? Thank you.
Capex, we are expecting 125 crore in FY22. And as regards the tax rate, since we have already used the net credit, so we are expecting 28.5% in this FY22 tax rate.
Yes. And about the competitive intensity?
It is, you can say, moderate to high.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parikshit Kandpal from HDFC Securities. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you please update on the Aligarh Ghaziabad deal? So what status it is and how much of inflows you are expecting now versus the total investments which you have made?
Actually, can you repeat?
Sir, on the Aligarh Ghaziabad expressway deal, so if you can explain to us how much is the inflows you are expecting and by what time, what stage the deal is currently, and when do you expect the inflows?
Actually, Aligarh Ghaziabad, we have already signed the share purchase agreement with Q Highway on 1st of April. Then we moved to bankers. There are 10 bankers, and we have received the NOC from all the 10 bankers. And we have approached to our NHI, and we are expecting that by end of this month, we will receive the change in ownership. We will receive the NOC of change in ownership from NHI. So these will be finalized within a month.
So how much is the consideration you're expecting? Because last time I remember we were expecting close to about 320 crores of inflows. So how much will be that number this time?
Actually, at this point of time, we can't tell the exact amount because we have to receive the payment from NHI for our claims. At the time of change in ownership, we will receive the valuation from Q Highway. But we are expecting that there should not be any impairment in this Ghaziabad level. Should not be. Let us see. Because negotiation and discussion are going on with the NHI. Let us see how much claim they will clear and pass.
Total, how much is the investment on which you are not expecting any impairment?
No, total investment including equity, unsecured loan and EPC is around 410 crore rupees.
So on this you are not expecting any impairment. So at least the base value should be closer to about 400 crores in the worst case.
Yeah, but actually it will depend on the claim to be passed by the NHI.
So how much is the claim? So how much is the claim in this? NHI claim you have basically applied for?
It is going on, sir. Discussion चल रहा है अभी.
Okay, sure, sir. And just lastly on the Ganga Expressway, sir, if Naveen sir can just highlight that what is the update on that project bidding and at what stage of bidding it is.
Ganga Expressway.
Yogesh sir, Yogesh you can explain.
Yeah. Actually, the 4 BOT toll project of 594 kilometer long 6-lane access control Greenfield Ganga Expressway is announced by UP government that is costing around 22,000 crore rupees. So at present we are preparing, but we will see what will be the position in future.
Sure, sir. Okay. Just lastly, sir, just one thing on the high-speed rail projects. Are we looking to bid for any of these? Because some of our peers and competitors have bid and tied up with JV with other developers, infrastructure developers. So are we looking to bid for any of these high-speed rail packages?
No, we are not bidding for any high-speed train project.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you and all the best. That's all from my side.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mohit Kumar from DAM Capital. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity once again. So my question is, the interest and bank charges for FY21 came down significantly compared to FY21. How should we think about the interest and bank charge in FY22? Will it increase and go back to FY20 levels, or do you think this level will continue?
Actually, if you will compare with FY20, no doubt financial expenses have been reduced from 114 crore to 77 crore. That is mainly because of the mobilization advance we have taken for Nagpur, Mumbai, which are rates of 12% interest bearing. So presently in March, we were having only 255 crore advance from the department, which are the rate of 4.25%. We are not taking the advance, which are 8% to 10% charged by NHI or authorities. So in case you will see the interest of mobilization advance was 53 crore, and this year it was only 21 crore. That is mainly because of that.
What will happen in future?
And future also we are expecting that it should be in the range of current year or maybe 10% increase.
Okay. And so what are the charges for the guarantee we are paying right now, in the sense for the performance guarantee and all for our order book? A rough number, sir, please.
So you want the total amount?
No, sir. Roughly, as a percentage of our order book, let's say 16,000 crore is the order book, we must have given some guarantee, right? What kind of guarantee charges we paid in FY21?
Around 16 crore rupees.
Okay, understood, sir. And lastly, sir, are you looking to bid for metro, or is metro completely, is not in our scope of things?
Oh, metro.
Elevated section, particularly?
No, we are not bidding for metro because the competitiveness is very high in the metro, sir.
Understood, sir. Thank you, sir. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vibhor Singhal from Phillip Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, just one small bookkeeping question from my side. Sir, can you just give us the amount outstanding on two projects, Chakeri Allahabad and Varanasi Gorakhpur?
Chakeri Allahabad and Varanasi Gorakhpur.
Yes, sir.
Varanasi Gorakhpur is 26 crore. Outstanding debt over 26 crore. Varanasi Gorakhpur.
Okay, sir.
And remaining is?
Chakeri Allahabad.
Chakeri, it was negligible, 20 crore rupees.
Sir, Chakeri Allahabad is only 20 crores?
Yeah.
Okay, so last quarter I think it was around 886 crores.
Yeah. Last quarter, yeah. It was higher, yeah.
Okay. And sir, Aligarh Kanpur, the original project, you mentioned that is already complete.
Yes. Actually, in the SPV data depend on our disbursement. We take the disbursement only when outstanding is there, because last month की outstanding रहेगा हमारी ना.
Right.
Yeah.
Maheshwari sir, I think he is asking outstanding order book. So Chakeri Allahabad last quarter was 886 crore was pending order book. So
sorry, I have told the debtor outstanding actually.
Right, sir. Thought so.
Outstanding was 766 crore, sir.
Right. And sir, but the number that you gave for Varanasi Gorakhpur is correct, right? 260 crores, 26 crores in the order book.
Also, I have given the debtor outstanding, sir.
Right. So what is the order book number?
Just wait.
Sure, sir.
It is 57 crore.
57 crores.
57 years.
Yeah, great. Sure, sir. Thank you so much for taking my questions. Wish you all the best again. Thanks.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Jiten Rushi from Axis Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks a lot, sir, for taking my question. Sir, my question was relating to the bonus which we were supposed to receive for one of the projects like Aligarh Moradabad. So we have not so far received the bonus. So any issue with that project, sir, for the bonus?
Actually, file it under HO level, and we are expecting that should be received by September 21, sir. It is at HO level, sir, of NHA.
Okay, so that would be around 11 to 12 crore, right, sir?
Yes.
It is 17.
How much, sir? Hello?
Around 13 crore rupees. 13 crore rupees.
Okay. And sir, on the bookkeeping side, can you give me the fund-based and non-fund-based limit and utilization and the retention money and unbilled revenue, if any, sir, as on March?
The fund-based limit utilization is 0. And
what is the limit, sir?
1,000 crore.
Okay, and 0 utilization. Okay, and non-fund based?
Sanction is 5,000 crore. The utilization around 2,800 crore rupees.
Okay, and the retention and unbilled revenue, if any, as on March?
Retention will be around 3.5 crore rupees.
That's it. And any unbilled, sir?
Oh, sorry, retention is around 200 crore rupees.
Okay. And unbilled is 3.5 crore, right, sir?
Hey, unbilled, it is very negligible.
Okay. And sir, on the arbitration, so any ongoing arbitration other than Ghaziabad Aligarh for claims, sir, in terms of value, can you, and number of projects, can you tell me?
चल रही है 4-5 प्रोजेक्ट में चल रहा है. It is under process. There are 3 to 4 projects.
So what could be the value, sir, for the arbitration?
वो amount ज़्यादा रहेगा.
Around 1,000 crore.
Okay. So these are all NHI or non-NHI, मतलब?
With NHI and major part with NHI.
Okay, major part with NHI. Okay. Okay. And sir, in terms of the water projects, so we would be executing the 100% portion of the JV in the JVs. So we should take 100% order backlog in the water project, or it will be pro rata. We have to take the order backlog.
We are executing 95% work.
Okay, so we should be taking pro rata in the order backlog, right, sir?
Yeah.
In order hand, we are taking only 95%.
Okay, so the value which you mentioned in the presentation is the full project value. Your share will be 95%.
Yeah, in hand 95%. Yes. There are 275 we have taken. It is 95%.
Yours will be 95%. Yes, sir. So that's it from my side. Thank you and all the best for the future, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Deepak Mehta, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yes, a great set of numbers. So my question is around, for the future, we are looking for growth in revenue or profitability we want to focus on, sir. That's it. Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Yes, sir.
Can you repeat, sir?
So my question is around we are focusing more on revenue growth, or we want to keep the profitability at the same time, because I think there will be more government infra spend so on new bidding, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Mehta?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
So my question is that, as we know that government spending is going to increase in next 3 years and this year, so our company focus while bidding will be on revenue growth, or we want to keep the profitability as well?
We have sufficient order book around 1,700 crore rupees. So we will not compromise with the profit also.
Okay, sir. Okay. And how is the cost factor in in near term or in next 2 to 3 years, because all the commodities and inflation is up right now. So if any color you can throw.
As already told earlier that we will consider the EBITDA 30.5 to 40%, sir. We will not compromise with the margins for taking the orders.
Okay. And do you think that all the solar infra where our company can also participate in the bidding and all in this space, sir?
We have not bid any
solar
sector.
Okay, thank you. Best wishes from us.
Thank you. Participants, to ask a question, you may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Jiten Rushi from Axis Capital. Please go ahead.
Sorry, sir, thanks for taking my question. Sir, there was one ropeway project which we had won in Haridwar. So what is the status? Like, are we going ahead with the project or it got cancelled, sir? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Did you get my question, sir, or can I repeat? Sir, I'm asking about the ropeway project which we had won in Haridwar, small project of 250-300 crores. So, are we going ahead with the project or the project has got cancelled because there was only one bidder for this project? So, what is the status for that project, please?
आपण ज्या व्यक्तीशी बोलत आहात त्यांनी आपला कॉल होल्डवर ठेवला आहे.
अभी कौन है? Somebody is coming?
This is the operator, sir. Are you able to hear us? This is the operator. Are you able to?
Sir, I can hear. I don't know the management. Sir, can you hear me? Yeah, Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to reconnect the management. Request you all to please stay connected. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for patiently waiting. The line for the management is reconnected. Thank you, and over to you, sir. Mr. Rushi, please repeat your question.
Yeah. So my question was regarding the personalized rapid transit project in the Haridwar city. It was on the PPP model and we were declared the lowest bidder. So are we going ahead with the project or the project has been cancelled?
Now project is cancelled because we are the single bidder or we are not so much interested in this also.
So are we looking to bid for similar projects in future, like such projects, or we will be focusing only on roads and water right now?
We are focused in roads and water only.
And no metro also, elevated also.
Right.
Thank you, sir. All the best.
Thank you. Participants, to ask a question, you may press star and 1. As there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Shravan Shah for closing comments.
Sir, just one clarification. How much early completion bonus are we expecting in Nagpur and Purvanchal, both the packages?
Actually, we are expecting Aligarh Moradabad, one bonus, and we have already also completed Aligarh Kanpur 46 day before its due date. So we are expecting these two projects. Bonus on these two projects. Yeah.
Okay, and no bonus in Nagpur, Mumbai, Nagpur and Purvanchal?
We are expecting, but the project is going on, so we cannot say exact amount.
At this point of time, yes.
Okay.
We are expecting Purvanchal as well as in Nagpur, Mumbai both.
Okay, got it. Sir, I thank you, management of PNC, for giving us the opportunity to host the call, and also thank all the participants. Sir, if you have any closing comments.
Thank you everyone for your participation in our earnings call. We have uploaded the presentation of our company website. In case of further queries, you may get in touch with the Strategic Growth Advisors, our investor relations advisors, or feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Dolat Capital, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.